Vatican City, my first chance to talk about the great Mark Millar, and that's a big conversation. When you're talking Mark Millar, you're talking kick-ass. He created that. Responsible for Old Man Logan, yes, absolutely true. Also responsible for the biggest Superman trade of all time, Red Sun, yeah, it's true. Mark is teamed up with Berg, not to be confused with the Danish curler who won the bronze medal in 1990. No, this is Narwhal, a.k.a. Narwhal. You know him from Earthbound, possibly 499, the controversial 499. Vatican City, it's a great new comic book that's shaping up to be a fun one, and Vatican City itself is an interesting conversation because if you know what a city-state is, then you have a road, a path to a rabbit hole to a world of conspiracy because there are only three recognized city-states in the world: Vatican City, Monaco, and Singapore. But there are also a couple others to consider, and they're about the world power, world control. D.C. and London, D.C. being the military might, that represents military might. London, the financial center. And then Vatican City, you know, the hearts and minds, the spiritual side of manipulation and control of the people. And so they recognize Vatican City and Monaco and Singapore, but D.C. and London, they don't recognize them as city-states, but they are. You just take a look at them. Of course, obviously in London, the people, the queen, the king, there's no queen anymore, the king and the people around him, and they, they're sovereign. These people are sovereign, and they're above the law. And then, of course, in D.C., is not a state. It's a district carved out of another state with its own laws, its own courts, its own system. And so it kind of speaks to it itself. But just a little rabbit hole for you to go down if you're interested in that sort of thing. This story here is about vampires. They've been hiding in the shadows, and they've been growing their numbers, and they've been putting together a plan, apparently. And tonight is the night. And a lot of people are going to die. Some other people become slaves. There's some interesting things going on there, and of course, food. They have to feed on them. And so this night that the vampires decide that they're going to make their move, they hit just about everywhere all at the same time. In America, it's 5 p.m. in the evening when it starts, and by midnight that night, the Pentagon is in flames. By the next morning, America has fallen. All this is happening at the same time that Guido is trying to join the Swiss Guard. He's in Vatican City, you know, the Swiss Guard, or the Pope's guard, and he's, lucky him at this point to be there because the vampires attack, and Guido and all the others fall back into St. Peter's Basilica, and of course we're talking about consecrated ground there, and so the vampires can't go there, and they're already covered, the vampires, they're covered head to toe so that they can move around in sunlight. And so what they've done is they have these slaves, and they have other people, converts, I guess, people that they're holding their family as a ransom. You do what we say, and we won't kill your family, that sort of thing. You guys will be able to survive. You'll be one of the chosen, whatever, that gets to live. And so while the vampires can't go on to the consecrated ground of Vatican City, their slaves can. And so they send them in, but they're not messing with the people. They appear to be sort of digging around and looking for something, and you quickly find out that is exactly what's happening, and that is Vatican City. It's brand new. It's in your local comic shops now, and if you can't get your hands on one, if you're having local comic shop problems, hit me up, amazingfantasies.com. I can help you out. Or if you're ever in Topeka, Kansas, visit us in the store.